if you want a teaser for the deep diss, it's the end of the video, so keep watching. Hey, what's going on guys? It is Jammy here. Today we're back with a sort of different type of video. Something that I've wanted to talk about for a bit, but I wasn't really sure when would be the right time. But one of my friends recently tweeted about this, follow him if you want. But it's comparison between Cardi B and James Charles, essentially, and both of their situations. Now, we have a cheeky ham and cheese toasty that I'm going to tuck into, and we're going to talk about this. Where do we start with this? So, talk about the James Charles situation, because I know more about it. It literally happened like last week, 2 weeks ago. The fall of James Charles is cancelled, etc. He had false accusations that he tried to manipulate straight men, that he was a rapist, a pedophile, you know, like, and none of those things he is, essentially. He was thrown under the bus by his friend Tati, as a lot of you guys may know. Essentially, he put out an Instagram story promoting these vitamin pills. Tati has this company where she sells like vitamin pills. You know, these vitamin pills can help people, for example, you know, help clear up skin. You know, you can look at my lovely fucking that yolk there. James promoted these pills to get into Coachella. Essentially, in Coachella, there's different types of tickets you can get. You can get a standard one, VIP, or like a creator's pass. Essentially, a creator pass gives you like a higher authority in a sense. And you know, there's a creator's lounge and VIP. Anybody can buy those, but the creator passes, you have to be in with a company essentially there. Another one of James's friends was going there, and he said, "Hey, can you hook me up with a creator's pass?" Because he felt overwhelmed when he was with fans who had VIP passes. He got in with a creator's pass. Just a quick editor's note about the whole Tati situation. What I meant to say was that she was annoyed, essentially, that James supported a rival brand to hers, and that's how he got into Coachella, by doing a brand deal. You know, essentially supporting that rival brand upset at Tati, and she essentially said in her video that James had never supported her. But in James's second video that he made on the situation, he had a compilation on the amount of times that he supported Tati, so that's how he sort of conjured that situation. Tati didn't like that. She was upset. She said about it on social media. She said, like, "Bye sister," you know, that video. A lot of people were saying she could have simply phoned him, texted him, messaged him about it, and she essentially complained that James Charles never promoted her. James Charles had an apology video, and then he had a counter, like another apology video, which was slightly better. You know, people were shitting on him, calling him a clown for his original apology video, but bear in mind, there's lots of really shitty apology videos out there. You know, Logan Paul's, you know, KSI's, you know, there's lots of shitty, like, people make shitty apology videos, you know, that's kind of the formula. So it's just one of those things that you can never get an apology video right. People clowned on and made videos on it, like I'm Alex, I'm Abner, Brad the Spanter, a lot of the commentary community, PewDiePie as well. Whilst this entire drama was going on, I felt I wasn't biased to one opinion. I wasn't like James Charles is right or wrong. I was leaning more towards the, like, he is wrong for what he's been doing and etc. You know, manipulating straight guys, and you know, a big part of it is he was getting snaked. And like, people were like, "Oh my god," and like, he lost 1 million subscribers in like a day, but then he earned them back. You know, one of my friends even said to me, like, he feels like this is going to blow over, like he's going to bounce back from this, and it's true, because now I'm going to bring up the Cardi B shit. Cardi B admitted to drugging and raping men for money as a stripper. She publicly made this video, a proper commentary channel, because I got my fucking computer. I'll link the article in the description down below if you want to read it yourself. It's by Vox. Cardi B was tweeting about this around the 24th of March, so this is old news. But the reason I'm bringing this up along with the James Charles stuff is because it's very comparable between the two situations. Yes, YouTube is not as big as, let's say, a celebrity like Cardi B, but James Charles is still a big household name. Like, people who are part of the beauty community will know who he is, essentially, when you mention him. Same with, like, Zoella as well. People will know who she is. I'll play the video now.
Yeah, let's go to this hotel, and I drop niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking happening to me, my nigga.
And then she publicly admitted on Twitter, I'll read out what she said. "So I'm seeing on social media that a live I did 3 years ago has popped up. A live where I talked about things I had to do in my past, right or wrong, that I felt that I needed to do to make a living. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world. There are rappers that glorify murder, violence, drugs, and robbing. I never glorified the things I brought up in that live. And I feel a responsibility not to glorify it. I made the choices that I did at the time because I had very limited options. I did what I had to survive. The men I spoke about in my life were men that I dated, that I was involved with, men that were conscious, willing, and aware. I have a past that I can't change. We all do. Her situation that she admitted on her live 3 years ago and talked about, she seemed to be upset about it, the way she said it, but that's not on. You know, I know a lot of artists get away with shit. I know a lot of celebrities do. In my opinion, in this situation, neither of these people are perfect. Nobody is. We live in an imperfect world. That's from a pessimistic point of view. Compare these two situations. James Charles over here. Jamesy Charles. Compare these two individuals and who they are. They've had a similar sort of cancellation. Like, these people are going to be cancelled. I feel like the Cardi B situation is worse than the James Charles situation. Cardi B was a stripper. She admitted on her live that she drugged people and robbed them. Let's say if she was a male in this situation. Pull example for 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine got arrested for being part of a gang. I don't know all the details, but all I know is that he was arrested for being part of a criminal gang and promoting drug usage, etc. Fuck's sake, I'm fat. So even if a part of being a hip hop rapper, star, whatever, you know, you have to do criminal acts to get somewhere. You know, a lot of people have risen from like nothing, and maybe that's what she's trying to say. But to be honest, she got away scot-free. She had no implications whatsoever. Whereas James Charles lost 1 million subscribers. Celebrities unfollowed him. They're popping on screen here. The celebrities that unfollowed him, and you know, he got snaked by his friends. I feel like with Tati, she was more annoyed. And I feel like she was annoyed that James Charles promoted like a brand that was her competition in a sense. But James did it for his selfish needs, and then Tati did a video for her selfish needs and put him under the bus. But with the two situations the way they are, Cardi B is let's say a celebrity. James Charles is a beauty YouTuber. James got a lot more backlash than Cardi B did, because I didn't see any backlash for her. I'll pull up the tweet now that I just seen of her, and she's like flexing me like, oh, look at all these people trying to get me cancelled on Twitter and Instagram, like flexing back on the haters. Like, that just shows that you're an arsehole. Love, you're a dickhead for doing that. I hope that karma comes back around and fucking slaps her in the face one day and just be like, what you did was wrong. The position she was in, she was like, oh, I was desperate and I needed to do what I did to survive. You didn't have to do that shit to those people. And, you know, her counter argument was, oh, they were conscious and shit like that. Even though she admitted in the past quite confidently, but also at the same time, from her live video, she looked very upset about it and genuine about it, emotionally on her face. When you can see somebody's face, you can emotionally adjust to it. Whether if it's over a message, you really can't. If it's a text message, it's kind of hard to do that. A person that I want to praise about the James Charles situation is PewDiePie's video, because PewDiePie was very in the middle about things. He wasn't sticking to one person's side, but like, I feel like a lot of people just liked the shit on James Charles like as soon as all this stuff came out. I don't know if it's because he's gay and people just don't like gay people, so therefore they're gonna be like, oh my god, James Charles is a terrible person, blah 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 blah, some shit like that, you know. Whereas Cardi B is like, I'd say, an attractive woman, and she's like, compared to say a openly gay beauty channel, people might shit on him even more because, you know, people are maybe more narrow-minded and they don't like who James Charles is, compared to Cardi B, who's an attractive woman, a straight attractive woman who's very sexualized through her music and her music videos, etc. You know, it must make millions. Whereas James Charles, on the other hand, he does make a substantial amount. But compare the two and what, let's say, categories you put them in. Openly gay male and a straight sexualized female, you know. To be honest, I relate more to James Charles in this situation, because me being having a YouTube channel, shit like that, friends have snaked me in the past, but have, you know, rekindled friendships, but people have snaked me in the past. I don't know how it feels, believe me. And you know, when your back's against a wall, I know what that feels like what James Charles' situation was in. He had a target on his back for quite a while there, and accusing him of things that he didn't do must be absolutely terrible. He fought and he stood up for himself, and I give a lot of props for somebody to do that. He stood up for himself and he defended himself in that situation. Cardi B didn't get shit for what she did. I didn't see any backlash in her situation. People are like, oh, that's gangster, that's hip hop, that's whatever. If 6ix9ine was a rapist, he'd get fucking fisted. Fist through his anus. Or like, let's say Lil Peep, or let's say Eminem or Logic, or any of those male rappers would get fucking cleaned out you know, for any of those situations. Like Bill Cosby got accused of being like a rapist or some shit like that. I don't know the whole situation, so I'm not going to say anything of that. What I think about this is, if I was James Charles, I would think this was unfair on me, and he probably does, to be fair. Compared to the two situations, I think it's fucking ridiculous that she's gotten away. Anyway, she exposed herself. She's like the Pauls. Well, she exposed herself and made herself look like a fucking dumbass. Like, sorry, Cardi B. Well, you got tiny brain. Love, you got tiny brain for going and openly admitting and complaining and crying about your past and all the shit you had to do. You're not in a bad situation. You're a celebrity, and you might have had to do fucked up things in the past and being a stripper, but that's your choice to go down that route and be that type of person. You know, you always have a choice in a situation, even if your back's up against the wall. Like James Charles shown, he could have killed himself, he could have disappeared off YouTube, he could have deleted all his videos, but no, he stood up, he made a counter argument to everything that happened. He was a man about it. He stood up for himself and he went, look, this is what actually happened from my perspective. If he sat back and let people berate him with, you know, these videos and, you know, all these false messages and all these Photoshop shit, you know, he'd get fucked. You know, he wouldn't be able to come back from this, but in a sense, he reacted you know, quite quickly, made an apology video, which wasn't good, and then, you know, a lot of comedy YouTubers made videos on it. That was the tea for long. Then he came back and made a decent counter argument, and then I don't understand why Cardi B has gotten scot-free. It's unacceptable that nothing has happened to her, like that I've seen that's big. Like, I haven't seen anywhere in my feed, anywhere essentially during the time it happened, but I heard it happened. I didn't see any videos on it. I saw nothing on it. So I feel like she should be held accountable for what she did. James Charles has definitely gotten hit hard, but, you know, in a sense, he made the excuse of, oh, I'm young, I'm 19, it's impressionable. Maybe the people that he hangs around with, Jeffree Star, Tati, other people within the beauty community, who maybe that's what sort of influences actions, because believe it or not, the people you hang around with can't influence you. Or let's say there's a leader of a group, can influence the other people within the group to do certain things. You know, I know that as a fact. The Cardi B shit is inexcusable. James Charles, inexcusable. Both parties, both people did some wrong stuff, but Cardi B didn't get held accountable for it. James Charles did, in a sense. He saw the backlash, he realized that, oh, I fucked up here. You know, in my opinion, I feel like, yes, James Charles fucked up, but I feel like he's gonna, I hope he learns from this. Whether it's Cardi B flexing on people who are like, oh yeah, look at you guys trying to cancel me. James Charles didn't do that. He had his back against the wall. He realized he fucked up. He apologized. Don't be a sheep. Don't follow the herd in a situation like this. I know for one that I didn't. Like, I kind of sat back and I felt sorry for the guy. You know, you'd hate for this to be you. James Charles doesn't seem like a danger to society like Jeffree Star said. I don't know, in James Charles' defense, like he said, he is a young individual, and the people that he hangs around with or is friends with is older than him, or maybe a good bit older than him. I kind of feel like he is the kid in the situation. You know, he's been influenced by these older people and then got fucked over by them, and essentially, being the person that he is, he's no Jake Paul, he's no Logan Paul, he's no KSI. Cardi B got no backlash for what she did. Do you not feel bad for somebody who's a YouTuber, bear in mind, a beauty YouTuber, so not the most stable thing to be, a openly gay man in you know, the society that we live in, where it's not as bad as it used to be. Don't get me wrong, it's not as bad as it used to be for gay people, but it's still somewhat of a threat towards people like that. He's not as big as somebody like Cardi B. I don't want to make him seem smaller than he actually is, because don't get me wrong, he's big enough as it is on YouTube. People are like sharks, they smell blood in the water and they fucking go in, they go for it. Whereas Cardi B got nothing for it, and I don't see how that's fair on James at all. She didn't get shit for it, and James got a lot more than I feel like he deserved as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below about this. Shout out with a couple friends, and yeah, that would really help out the channel as well. But drop a like if you did enjoy this video, subscribe if you're new, click that bell for notifications so you'll never miss an upload, and you'll be the first to see my videos. And one last thing for Deep. Yo, it's time I do something about this little bitch Deep because he's not sending. He's been a pussy, man. A little pussy bitch. ST rats more like STI. MC Jammy and the crew are coming for you. You better be ready, because you're in it. Gonna get fisted, little bitch. Subscribe if you're new.